Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Easy English Class, where learning English is simple and fun. I'm Marco.
And I'm Erica. Hi, everyone. It's so wonderful to have you here today.
Do you know that feeling when you speak English and it sounds wrong? Not grammar wrong, not vocabulary wrong, but it sounds like a robot. You say, I go to store tomorrow, and people understand you, but it doesn't sound natural. You hear native speakers say, well, I'm going to go to the store tomorrow, and you think, why do they say it like that? You want to sound natural. You want to sound like a real person, not a textbook. You want people to enjoy talking with you. But how?
What if you could learn the small words that make you sound natural? What if you could use simple tricks that native speakers use every day? What if speaking English became smooth and easy, not stiff and uncomfortable? Today, we're going to change that. We'll teach you linking words like so, well, and actually. We'll teach you fillers like and you know. And we'll show you how to use your voice to sound friendly and natural. These are easy tricks that make a big difference.
Ready to change your life? Ready to sound more natural in English? Let's begin. Erica, I'm really excited about today's topic. We're talking about how to sound more natural in English.
Oh, I love this topic. You know, when I was learning Italian, I sounded so stiff at first. I would say things like, I want coffee, just like that. No feeling, no personality.
Exactly. But then you learn to say, well, I think I want a coffee. That sounds much more natural.
Yes, and that's what we're teaching today. Small words and tricks that make you sound like a real person.
So, everyone, grab your coffee, relax, and let's learn together. Okay, Erica, let's talk about this. Why do students sound unnatural when they speak English?
Well, Marco, I think it's because textbooks teach you perfect sentences, like I am going to the store. That's correct, but it's not how people really talk.
Right. In real life, people say things like, I'm going to go to the store. Do you need anything?
See? That sounds much more natural. There are little words like so and that textbooks don't teach you.
Exactly. If you don't know these words, filler means a small word we use while we're thinking, like or well.
Good explanation. And we also use linking words. Those are words that connect your ideas, like so, but, and because.
Right. And there's one more thing intonation. That means how your voice goes up and down when you speak.
Yes, if your voice is flat, it sounds boring. But if your voice goes up and down, it sounds interesting and friendly.
So today, we're going to teach three things. First, linking words. Second, fillers. And third, intonation.
These are easy to learn, but they make a huge difference. You'll sound 100% more natural.
So let's start with linking words.
All right, everyone, let's talk about linking words. These are small words that connect your sentences and make you sound smooth.
Right. Native speakers use these words all the time. Let me show you the most common ones. SO. We use so to show a result or to continue the story. Examples. I was tired, so I went to bed. So, what do you want to do today? I studied hard, so I passed the test.
So is very common at the beginning of sentences, like, so how was your day? Or, so I have a question.
Perfect. Now let's look at but. But. We use but to show contrast or a different idea. Examples. I like coffee, but I don't like tea. It's cold today, but it's sunny. I want to go, but I'm too tired.
But is easy to understand. It means however, or on the other hand, but is much more natural in conversation.
Exactly. Now, because, not because. We use because to give a reason. Examples. I'm happy because it's Friday. I stayed home because I was sick. She's tired because she worked all day.
This is a very useful word. When someone asks you why, you can start your answer with because.
Good point. Now let's talk about and. And. We use and to add information or connect things. Examples. I went to the store and bought some milk. She's smart and funny. We can watch a movie and eat popcorn.
And is one of the first words we learn, but native speakers use it a lot in conversation to make long, connected sentences.
Right. Now, here's a trick. Native speakers often use these words at the beginning of sentences when they're talking.
Yes, like, and you know what? It was amazing. Or, but the problem is. Or, so anyway, I was walking down the street.
In writing, teachers say, don't start a sentence with and or but. But in speaking, we do it all the time.
That's a great point. Speaking is different from writing. In conversation, starting with and, but, or so is totally normal and natural.
Let me give you a real example. Yesterday, I called my friend. I said, hey, so I'm free tonight, and I was thinking maybe we could see a movie, but only if you're free too.
Perfect. You used so, and but to make your speech sound natural and connected.
Exactly. Now let's talk about fillers.
Now let's talk about fillers. These are my favorite because they make you sound so natural.
Yes. If you don't know, a filler is a small word or sound we make while we're thinking. It fills the space.
Right. When you speak your native language, you probably use fillers too. In English, the most common fillers are, um, uh, well, like, you know, I mean,
Let's talk about each one. First, and UH. These are sounds we make when we're thinking or not sure what to say next. Examples. I want to go to the park. The meeting is at 3 o'clock, I think. Mhm.
we use these a lot. They're very natural. When you're speaking and you need a second to think, just say or
But don't use them too much. A little bit is natural. Too much sounds like you don't know what you're saying.
Good point. Now let's talk about well. Well. We use well at the beginning of a sentence when we're thinking or when we're not 100% sure. Examples. Well, I think the store closes at 9. Well, that's a good question. Well, I'm not sure, but maybe.
I use well all the time. When someone asks me a question and I need a second to think, I start with, well,
Me too. It's so useful. Now let's talk about like. Like. Young people use like a lot. We use it when we're giving an example or when we're not being exact. Examples. The movie was like really good. I woke up at like 7 o'clock. It's like super cold today.
be careful with like. It's very common with young people, but some people think it sounds too casual or uneducated.
That's true. It's okay with friends, but maybe not in a job interview.
Now, we use this when we think the other person understands what we mean. Examples. I was so tired. The weather's crazy. I think you're right.
This is very common. When you say, you know, it's like saying, do you understand what I mean?
Exactly. And finally, I mean, we use this to explain something better or to correct ourselves. Examples. I like him. He's nice. It's expensive. It's worth it, but still expensive. I'm tired. Not really tired, just a little sleepy.
I love I mean. It helps you clarify what you're saying.
Now, Let me show you a real conversation with fillers. Person A, what do you want for dinner? Person B, well, I don't know, maybe like pizza? I mean, if you want pizza too.
Perfect. That sounds so natural. You used, well, like, and I mean.
Yes. Now, you don't sound like a robot. You sound like a real person.
Exactly. Now let's talk about intonation.
Okay, now let's talk about intonation. This is how your voice goes up and down when you speak.
If you don't know, intonation means the music of your voice. Some words go up, some words go down.
Right, if your voice is flat, it sounds boring. Listen, I went to the store. Flat voice.
That sounds like a robot. Now listen to this. I went to the store with emotion.
See the difference? The second one sounds more interesting and natural.
So, here are some simple rules for intonation. Rule 1, your voice goes up at the end of yes, no questions. Examples: do you like coffee? Are you ready? Is it raining?
When you ask a yes no question, your voice goes up at the end. This tells the person you're asking a question.
Right. Now, rule 2, your voice goes down at the end of statements and BH questions. Examples: I like coffee. What's your name? Where do you live?
When you're making a statement or asking a walk-in question like what and where and when, your voice goes down at the end.
This is important. If you use the wrong intonation, people might be confused.
Now, rule 3, stress important words. When you speak, some words are more important than others. Make those words louder and longer. Example, I love pizza. Stress, love. The movie was amazing. Stress, amazing. I'm so tired. Stress, so.
When you stress the important word, it shows your emotion and makes your meaning clear.
Exactly. Let me show you. Listen to the difference. I didn't say he stole the money. Someone else said it. I didn't say he stole the money. I implied it. I didn't say he stole the money. Someone else stole it.
Wow, the meaning changes based on which word you stress.
Yes. This is advanced, but it's good to know. The main point is use your voice. Don't speak flat.
Right. Show emotion. If you're happy, sound happy. If you're surprised, sound surprised.
And smile when you speak. Even on the phone, people can hear your smile in your voice.
That's so true. Smiling makes your voice sound warmer and friendlier.
Great advice. Now let's practice. All right, everyone, we've taught you so much today. Now, how do you practice?
Great question. Here's your homework for this week.
First, practice using linking words. When you speak English, try to use so, but, and, because. To connect your sentences, don't make every sentence separate.
Yes. For example, don't say, I like coffee, I don't like tea. Coffee is better. Instead, say, I like coffee, but I don't like tea because coffee tastes better.
Perfect. Second, practice fillers. When you're speaking and you need time to think, use, well, or It's okay, it sounds natural.
Right. Don't be silent when you're thinking. Use a filler to keep the conversation flowing.
Third, record yourself speaking. Use your phone. Then listen. Does your voice go up and down or is it flat? Yeah.
This is so important. You need to hear yourself to improve your intonation.
And here's a fun challenge. Watch a TV show or movie in English. Listen to how native speakers use linking words, fillers, and intonation. Copy them.
Yes, imitation is the best way to learn. Find someone you like and copy their way of speaking.
And tell us in the comments, what's your favorite filler word? Do you use or well or like?
We want to know. Share with us.
Well, Erica, I think we covered everything today.
We did. We talked about linking words like so, but, and, because. We talked about fillers like um, well, you know, and we talked about intonation.
I hope everyone feels more confident now. These small changes make a big difference.
Absolutely. You don't need to learn new grammar or new vocabulary. Just use these tricks and you'll sound much more natural.
So, before we go, tell us, what was the most useful thing you learned today? Was it the linking words, the fillers, the intonation?
Comment below. We read every comment.
And don't forget to subscribe to Easy English Class so you never miss a lesson.
Hit the like button if this helped you. Share it with your friends who want to sound more natural.
Thank you so much for being here today. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, it's okay to make mistakes.
Yes, mistakes are how we learn. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye. See you next time.